What is poppin', everyone? Welcome back, babes. Welcome back to Sharon's Nail Boutique, and welcome if you're new. We are doing Lola's nails using our Galore by Alba, Marina. Love this system. And we are going to be removing Lola's previous Valentines set. Yes, I love those. They were like a lava lamp, glitter lava lamp with hearts floating around. However, I do want to redo this set because I seen another set that was done by somebody having like a similar process, like wanting to do the heart lava lamp nails, and the way she did it was almost like the hearts were actually dripping into there. So I want to redo it in the same kind of palette that she did, and she was using blues and stuff. So I'm gonna be doing that probably on myself actually, because I really was digging the set. So I'm just trimming down Lola's tips that I use by sticking them in there all the way as far as they could go in, so I won't have to worry about them coming out or getting loose or anything. And then I just cut off the tip because I really prefer to do like a long coffin. I don't mind doing stiletto. I do a lot of coffin and a lot of square, so I try to focus more on what I actually do more of. However, I can do a mean ass stiletto set. Maybe one of these days I will do one for you all. If you'd like to see that, just let me know in the comments below. Moving forward, we are going in with Latte by Alba Marina, a Galore. If you haven't tried her system, you definitely need to try it. It is a buttery, smooth system. You got to make sure that your powder liquid ratio is on point. At the moment, I'm actually using my Mia Secret Violet EMA monomer, which is a universal system. You can use Mia Secret liquid with just about any powder that I know of out there. Now, granted, you may have to remove some liquid from the back of your brush once in a while, or just really know how much liquid you're having in your brush initially really actually goes a long way. So if you watch how I handle my brush throughout this video, you'll notice that with some beads, I leave more liquid in my brush. Like this one, I'm picking up a big bead, so I wanted more liquid in my brush, right? Because that's a medium to large bead. So after it's polymerized on my brush, I place it and it stays put for the most part, because I'm allowing that product to polymerize and set up before I place it, so that it's not running all over the nail. And you know, if you practice with your liquid powder ratio, you'll learn that pretty quickly, you know, what it takes to kind of help your bead stay moldable, but not overly moldable to the point where it's moving from where you want it to stay. You should be able to mold it around the nail without having to worry about it running all over the place. You should be able to just kind of come in like a Play-Doh or a polygel, so to speak, and be able to kind of mold it around the nail like so. And like I said, with time, that comes just practice and getting better and better over time. And I've seen some women and men on here do nails, like their nails from start to finish, and only doing them for a year a lot of times, are just, you know, like I say, practice makes perfect. That is so evident in a lot of these newer nail techs coming in, because you know, like when we started years ago on YouTube, there wasn't a whole lot. There was people doing it, but not a whole lot. There was people doing their nails from home, but it was still a fairly new thing. So us ladies kind of had it in its infancy, whereas now, like, everyone is doing it. So what we've learned over the years, trial and error, and trying certain products over others, and just like, you know, like when we first started, McCart was in its infancy, and Savalan and Burano and a lot of these companies, and these companies have been able to progress on through a lot of women who are self-taught and learning from home, and content creators, because we get the products, we buy the products to test them out and make a video on them and bring it to you guys. So it definitely has helped as far as people learning from each other and sharing what we learn and just all these things, because a lot of times you got to pay an arm and a leg to learn things like this, when you could just come on here and learn how to do nails for free most of the time. Granted, you're not going to get certified through just watching videos, but at least you'll have that nice foundation to start off with. Like, I'm starting, because where I live in Connecticut, it was never the law. Like, you didn't have to be certified to do nails. I don't know why that is, but literally just this year in 2023, they just passed the law stating that people have to be certified now. So I'm actually starting I was supposed to start nail school this week coming up, but because they don't have a nail instructor available for the classes starting next week, they have pushed me onto the next classes starting on Saturdays, April 22nd. So I actually wanted to go during the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to 2, because the weekends are my time to spend with my husband. And during the week, I go to the gym and run my errands, grocery shop, stuff like that. Because I am a housewife, I am a homemaker, which I am very happy with my position in my relationship. I actually recommend it to a lot of women because this whole notion of being like an independent woman is completely fine. But if you're an independent woman, then you have no need for a man, right? And I know a lot of women think that because it's all about the empowering women and stuff like that, but we do need men. We need men for a lot of things. So I don't want to get too far off the nail video, but I'm just saying, like, I've always really enjoyed my position in my relationship. I love taking care of my husband and love taking care of my son. I thoroughly enjoy being available to them whenever they need me and being able to still do the things that I love and be a content creator. And hopefully this kind of takes off for me one of these days and I'll be able to contribute more to my relationship financially as well, but I don't have to. And the point of that is that my husband enjoys his position as well. He likes being the provider. He enjoys being the man, the strong, chivalrous one in the relationship. And I'm more of the compassionate, doting, more empathetic. My husband's empathetic. It's just, he's a guy's guy through and through. So I love that about him. I wouldn't change any of the dynamic between us. I don't feel less than or talked down to or treated bad or any of that. I don't look at my position in that way. I love my position, and it's a partnership. When you enter into a partnership, it's give and take. So yes, I'm moving forward. I am using this gorgeous glitter, and this has like the prettiest sparkle to it. It's like a blue gold shift, but it's an actual like iridescent red glitter. So I just thought that would be so dope for this set of nails. And we're actually doing a half heart on the ring finger, half heart on the middle finger. And when you put them together, they kind of make a whole heart. And so I use my red, it's like a metallic extra fine, tons of red extra fine glitters in there. And I'm not sure if there's any holographic ones or not, but it's a gel. It's like a gel, designer gel that I had gotten from my local nail supply where I live in Connecticut. And this gel, I've had it for a long time actually. I actually got it one year for Christmas and only used it once or twice. And I have this one and like a white glittery one that, I had gotten them for Christmas and didn't really use them much, but they were absolutely, not the white one, but the red one was absolutely perfect for the heart, like painting the base of the heart. And then I took my GDOCO embossing gel in silver and I outlined the hearts with that. So I left that in for you all to enjoy. I've left some pictures in the end for you to enjoy as well. I apologize about the small little rant that I had. I promise I won't do it again unless I have something really important I need to say. But other than that, if y'all have any questions, concerns, constructive criticism, or whatever it may be, just leave it in the comments below. I love hearing from y'all, and I always write back to you guys. I freaking love this glitter. Can we just take a moment of silence for this glitter right now? Like, OMG. Just everything. That shift is everything right now. Such a pretty glitter. So I'm going in with my latte again, and I'm just blending that over because it's basically a glitter ombre. It is a glitter ombre. So I'm just making sure that I'm removing liquid from my brush as needed. I'm not kind of like keeping it overly damp, you know. I'm trying to mold that product right where it needs to be as far as strength. And then I'll blend the bottom down into the glitter once I feel like, okay, that's built up enough for me. And I really, really enjoy working with Alba Marina's powders because they really are a very buttery consistency, especially when you get your liquid just right. You'll know when your liquid powder ratio isn't right with these type of powders because they will not be the thicker, stay in place consistency that they're supposed to be. And that's another thing that I've noticed with Mia's Secret. I don't know if any of y'all noticed this, but Mia's Secret is actually a way better system than she gets credit for. Seriously. Because if you look at just that bead, right? How I was able to pull it all the way to the end before it was even fully like set up. With a lot of powders, that would have just swiped right the heck off. Look at how Mia's Secret clear powder just sat right there. Just sat. You never hear anybody talk about Mia's Secret like that and how smooth and buttery Mia's Secret is. And it really is. Especially their core cover powders. Look at that. You see how it just sat there? And I'm using Mia's Secret Clear with my Mia's Secret Liquid. So I think I'm going to do another video on this because I'm really curious now to see if that reacts the same way as these other powders. Like this, look. See? Just sitting there. Really good. Oh, this is where I'm going to leave you all because I'm just finishing encapsulating. I'm going to file in the end, and then we're going to start drawing the hearts, and we'll top coat using our Beetles top coat, no wipe top coat, LED UV dried. If you're using a UV lamp, make sure you put it in there for 2 minutes. If you're using an LED lamp, 60 seconds. If it's a hybrid, you would treat it as if it was LED still and do 60 seconds. So, and really quick, just a tip for you all. Wait till your product polymizes on the end of your brush. And the way that you know that it's polymized is because instead of seeing like a bunch of little granulates that look kind of like sugar that hasn't been dissolved basically in the end of your brush, you wait for that to look like a smooth puddle on the end of your brush. Like it'll have a smooth sheen to it instead of seeing like little kind of granules in it. You see what I'm saying? Eventually the liquid will soak into it and it'll be much smoother and shiny looking. That's when you know it's ready to be placed on the nail. So just don't overweight, don't underweight either. So it's super important. In my next video, I'm definitely going to be demonstrating that more. If you're down for that, to watch that, let me know in the comments below. I was just quickly buffing and filing. Now I'm cleaning it with my 70% isopropyl alcohol. And you could get that from any Dollar Tree or whatever. So that's where I got mine. And of course, this is by Blue Palace. And not of course, but I was saying in the middle of actually telling you guys that I broke the thing and I said it mixed with the other statement. It's so funny. But yeah, this is Blue Palace and it's just a gel brand that was at my nail supply in Connecticut. And these brushes, I would not recommend these at all. They came in my mystery box from Too Cute Nail Supply. Now, I know that they don't specialize in like these type of brushes. However, I think it's just like, it was like an afterthought type of thing. Like they have these brushes, so they want to give them away as like gifts or mystery whatever. But personally, I would say if I could recommend anything, when you have good acrylic products, do not taint them with having cheap products like this. Like I'm using it because I'm working on Lola right now and I don't need to get all fancy and get all my nicer things out to work on a silicone hand. Now, the products I'm using are my powders. Those are my nice powders and stuff like that. But I'm not going to, as far as tools go, I'm not going to risk breaking my nicer, newer tools that work, you know, probably better to do a set on a silicone hand, because I don't want to risk that. I'd rather save that for paying customers. But I just want to point out that these brushes are not, like, they're definitely not bad. They're not unusable. They're definitely usable. They're not going to last very long. They're not real Kolinsky. They're synthetic hairs. And even the handle themselves is super, like, thin and flimsy feeling. So all it would take is just the slightest wrong move or whatever, and this thing will probably snap in my hands. But you could kind of tell by looking at them how they're made and the quality of them. But hey, I know I'm complaining, but it works for what I need it for, so that's all that matters. Sometimes I feel like when I pay a certain amount for nail stuff, I want to get certain products, but it is what it is. I got a lot of decent stuff, so I'm happy with it. For $115, I got decent stuff. So what are you gonna do? I do feel like there could have been maybe a couple different things in there. Like, there should have been, like, maybe the pink bubble yum or bubble gum, acrylic bubble yum, or Hello Kaylee, because I already had the Everyday Nude, but it's okay. So I'm just going to finish outlining these with the metallic silver embossing gel by GD Oko. If you're interested in these products, as you can see, I did the outline right there. I'm going to top coat using our beetles after I do another outline around these hearts. And then I top coat using my thicker top coat, no wipe top coat by Beetles. And I do recommend that. I'll leave the links for those in the description index below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you like this design. And I hope to see y'all in my next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new here. And even if you're a returning viewer, please don't forget to like and share if you don't mind. And remember, by subscribing to me, it helps me out the absolute most. It really does. And it's free for you, so why not? You know, what do you got to lose? And except for a few minutes of your time. And if you don't like it, you could always keep scrolling. If not, I welcome you here, and I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you all so, so much, and I will see you in my next one, babes. Bye.